Hi everybody, it's Erin Scott here with the Alchemy of Holism. So much love to all of you. Thank you for your patience. I've been needing some quiet space and time. I've needed to focus on work for clients. I've needed to go within with regards to a variety of things. But I'm bringing forward a bit of a different modality for the messages coming through for you for this month, but the art alchemy scopes, the art channeled alchemy scopes will likely return, and they'll likely return soon, but I wanted to give you something now that is the narrative coming through for your growth processes for the Leo new moon partial solar eclipse cycle that we're in now. It started on August 11th. It's going on till the middle of September. But before we get started on the individual signs, I want to tell you that I went into ritual, and of course I pulled the data, the cards from the Isis Oracle this month, and I went outside to take a photo of your particular card that came forward, the message that came forward for you, and I was surrounded by playful, loving, sociable, whimsical chipmunks. So where I happened to go and sit was right by a river, and there was I guess a declination, declined area with rocks where they have their homes, right? So this is the deal. I didn't plan that place to take the photos for your cards, for your messages this month. Chipmunk is definitively a collective narrative, a collective message, a collective growth edge for all of us to meet. It's a maturation point, everybody, for all of us. There were probably 6 or 7 chipmunks that were playing at my feet. They were climbing up the plants. They were roaming around the rocks. They were all over the place. This is the meaning of chipmunk, everybody. Okay? And by the way, I'm reading this from Dr. Stephen Farmer's Spirit Animals book. All right? This is the meaning of chipmunk. Trust that you're well protected and that there is no real danger that you'll have to face. Be curious and willing to investigate anything of interest that comes your way. Go out for walks, and when you do, take the time to pause and explore anything that attracts your attention, from the tiniest pebble or flower to the vista that's on the horizon. Once you've completed a creative piece or project, keep it to yourself for a few weeks before revealing it to others. Pay more attention to the vocal characteristics of those you encounter. The volume, the pitch, the inflection, other than the actual words. This is helping you to discern the reality of the person beyond speech, beyond what they're saying. So chipmunk is definitely bringing forward a relaxed, curious way of being. This is about allowance and being in nature, but also being in how nature operates. Certainly with the chipmunk, chipmunk is very playful, very curious, super social, and very much at ease, not afraid at all. That's what came forward today, and then certainly reading it here, it just absolutely is what it's about. This is also saying connect with nature, everybody. So a reminder that nature it has a frequency. And when we disconnect from technology and from the mental minutia that we get tied up and distracted in, when we disconnect from that and embed in nature, we remember our natural frequency state. That's the benefit of nature. So it connects us. It's like plugging ourselves in to the motherboard. And I know I have needed abundant amounts of that of late, the last year, a year and a half, So I would say to you, honor the chipmunk energy that's coming forward. Have fun with it. Relax. There's a lot going on in the world, and it is absolutely critical to participate, and be responsible and accountable to keep yourself grounded, clear, calm, and discerning. Really important. And I loved what Stephen said here about the chipmunk, about seeing beyond or sensing beyond the spoken word, because it's about all the other ways by which we know the world. So there's a lot there, and let's go ahead and get on to the signs. I have sales happening on multiple levels of my services. For those interested, the link is below. I'll talk about it more at the end of the video. Much love. Bye-bye. Hi Aquarius, it's Erin here. Let's take a look. What is your growth process naturally unfolding over the course of the month ahead? I'm using this month Alana Fairchild's Isis Oracle, and I pulled the cards. You received the narrative of Miracle of Isis. So I'm going to read here from the book. There's also something at the end that I might include here for you. So let's take a look at what is activated for you over the course of this Leo new moon, partial solar eclipse portal, mid-August to mid-September. What is activated for you? The Miracle of Isis is about miraculous healing of the goddess. Isis was known as a talented practitioner of the healing arts and was capable of miraculous healings. For you, beloved, she offers a miracle healing. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, problem, or relationship issue or inner struggle being a part of it, you are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing, to let go and let the goddess be. This is about natural flow for you, okay? The Lady Isis wishes to lift a load that has become too heavy for you to heal on your own. She cannot take something away from you if you are not willing, however, to release it. Release for the healing means trust, letting go of attachment to outcome and how that outcome may be achieved, and opening to the divine genius of healing that seeks to express the perfection of divine love through you now. To hand something over for healing, especially when it has been a long-term or persistent difficulty, or simply seems to be too great or overwhelming to be healed, takes a radical change of mind and heart. To dare to hope without becoming attached to how or when something can happen, to surrender without forgetting to follow your intuition and act accordingly, to trust even though you may have been disappointed or hurt in the past, all these things take skill and courage. Yet these are the requirements for us to surrender into the great healing of divine love. Isis speaks through this oracle and says to you that recovery from trauma and emotional healing is not only possible, but if you are willing, it can happen for you now. No matter the depth of grief, loss, despair, fear, or anger, love can and will absorb all of it. This oracle is also an indication that a spiritual gift or awakening of deep healing ability at a new level are coming your way. Keep your eyes and heart open and let go of doubt or fear about opening up to a new level of proficiency. Dedicate your work to divine love and trust that it will flow through you stronger now. You are capable of great work when you trust in your own heart and the love of the divine flowing through you with total surrender. Aquarius, there is a ritual here. I do think I'm going to read it to you. So go ahead and grab a paper and a pen if you're interested in activating and doing this ritual throughout the month ahead. Okay, here we go. So this is the ritual healing for the miracle of Isis. Ideally, you use a flower for this exercise, but you can also use a small crystal or a sacred object in its place, such as a stone or a small dish of sand or anything that you are willing to release completely after the ritual is completed. Sit quietly and gaze at your object of choice. Say this, quote, I call upon the loving miracle healing of Isis. Just as this flower or other sacred object is subject to creation and destruction, life and death, so too can the pain that has plagued me finally rest in peace in the loving embrace of the goddess, unquote. Hold your left hand over your heart and your right hand over the object and say, quote, I give deep honoring and gratitude for the sacrifice of this beloved sacred flower or object, and I now release the pain, the issue, the attachment to it, conscious or unconsciously, into this sacred receptacle now. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, allow any pain, attachment, or suffering to flow from your heart, out your right hand, and be transferred into the object. Say aloud, quote, Beloved Isis, miracle healer, and priestess of the healing arts, take this suffering from me now. I surrender it to you to heal. Let me find the wisdom and the peace, the resolution that is meant to come from this dark blessing. May the darkness be turned to light with karmic grace and unconditional love. So it be. Thank you for your assistance, beloved. I open to your miracle healing completely, unquote. Withdraw your hands into prayer position. Gently bow before your object before taking it and placing it somewhere in a garden or natural setting where it will not be disturbed. It is recommended that you tuck it into the earth or place where it cannot likely be picked up by any curious wanderers. You can then finish your ritual and state the incantation below. Here is the incantation for you, Aquarius. Love and light, peace and power. Miracle healing descends this hour. The wings of Isis drenched with feeling. Nothing escapes her miracle healing. Surrender to her from my heart so true, which is now exactly what I choose to do. Gratitude to Isis for this miracle coming to me. Her love and grace now set me free. So Aquarius, there is some deep healing to do, or it's activated. The potential for this month is such that there's a potential really thick in the field for you to release. But it does take your participation, not just through the ritual, not just through the incantation. I'm talking mentally reorienting. And keep in mind, this particular new moon in Leo at 18 degrees 41 minutes, that was also this partial solar eclipse, was conjunct Mercury retrograde. So it's about a complete reminding that's happening over the course of this catalyzing new birth, this new seeding time, this eclipse portal, and the new moon. Okay? So over the next month ahead and for the next 6 months, there's going to be this theme activated for you. And I send you so much love for this journey of your freedom, because that's ultimately what this is about. Discernment, clarity, and freedom. So I do send you much love, Aquarius. I have many clarity offerings. I have many specific requests coming in from clients, and I have activated several sales for the month of August because it's a powerful time and people need to know things. And I wanted to make some things more affordable. So for the month of August, I have a series of sales going on. The link is below the video. So for those interested, you can click below and learn about what's activated, okay? Much love to you. Until the next art scopes and until the next videos, much love, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.